Yeah, I think we're live.
Are we live?
We're live. We've got T-Man live from Walmart. The April 1st show, we've got a live T-Man toy hunt going on. Of course,
We gotta be careful. I don't want that audio to get us flagged.
the real April Fool's joke.
Oh, I will.
Is that
that hit Walmart radio?
Oh, that's new.
It's funky.
The real April Fool's joke is Walmart doesn't have jack shit.
We're the real April Fool.
Hey, look, Winston. Winston's on the show.
Why is one eye lazily looking to the left? You gonna catch any ghosts like that?
Lorenzo Music.
Am I in the wrong show today?
Yeah, that's crazy.
Frank Welker.
That's crazy. The music just stopped. Like
this is supposed to be when I'm like telling like some horrible joke, and then a weird GIF happens.
I'm surprised Dave hasn't chimed in yet. Normally he's got his opener, his joke by now.
Yeah, I maybe I have to go look and see if he said he wasn't going to be on. He didn't say anything, so I guess he'll show up eventually.
I'm not sure because Mike's not working. I'm going to blow up the place.
Uh-oh.
Fab Studios presents Figure Action. That one's me.
We can hear you. We were just in the spirit of the holiday.
I know. That's why I was faking that my mic was muted.
I didn't understand why you would, but that's your house. Why would you blow up your own house?
Yeah.
How would that affect us directly? I mean, we would feel bad for you, but
I've been drinking. Do I need an explanation when alcohol's involved?
I think that is the explanation.
I feel like you could go to Home Goods and find some sort of sign about like a house isn't a home until it's a crater.
That could be.
I learned an interesting fact today. So, the time frame between Return of the Jedi and Episode 1, The Phantom Menace, that time frame is now between The Phantom Menace and now. The Phantom Menace is like 20 plus years old.
Oh, you mean the times the actual movies were released? I thought you were talking like canon in universe.
No, it's been that long.
Oh, I thought you were speaking as though the time had passed between discovering young Skywalker on Tatooine. And
we're just fucking old.
Yeah, okay. I gotcha.
I think it's kind of crazy. Like somebody brought up this point, like back in the 90s when people would talk about the 60s.
I posted that on my Facebook.
Oh, okay then.
That was me. That was me.
Well, there you go with that, as T would say.
I should let you finish so everyone else could complete your thought, because not everybody here follows me on Facebook.
It's just crazy to think that like back in like 1990, people talking about the 60s, it seemed like it was so far away. Granted, I mean, perception of time is interesting when you're young because,
you don't know any better.
Yeah, you don't know any better, and you can't think 30 years back.
And sometimes you can't remember back even a few years because T's looking at that hardhead like he wants it, not remembering. He just bought it not that long ago. It's not been that long since that thing came out.
Think about it this way. Remember we were kids sitting in the back of Mom's car and she'd play the oldie stations, which would play things like the Beach Boys or like My Boyfriend's Back song, that era of music.
No, I'm not that old.
Well,
yeah,
the thing is you are, because if you listen to an 80s song, that's that same time distance.
Oh my God!
Keep doing that.
T. I need two of them, and don't ask me why. T.
Matt needs two, and his wife needs one for herself.
Well, one of them's gonna.
Hook a motor up.
I'm gonna use one of them on her.
Imagine being like an innocent bystander and seeing like T in the toy aisle doing that, and then hearing through his phone, "I'm going to use that on my wife."
I mean, isn't that how him and Kevin met? I think that's how. That's how that story. It was pretty heartwarming if I recall. There was an easy bake oven involved.
That's the ultimate easy bake oven.
But what makes it so much better than the regular Easy Bake Oven? Now that at least that I see what T's talking about. That cardboard cutout there of that Captain America is really cool looking. It's just unfortunate that the plastic didn't follow suit.
Yeah, but the whole back of it's probably a waffle.
Look at the crotch piece on that thing. Good night.
Why, thank you. Oh,
That's America's crotch.
It's America's crotch.
That is
That doesn't get talked about as much.
hey Matt, what day is it, and how are you doing?
It's America's Crotch Day. I'm crotchety. No, I'm great. Fantastic. I do work tomorrow because running gag is I'm always off on Fridays, but I do work. I work tomorrow. Now, it is a reduced staff day, giggity, and I do have Invincible and Falcon and Winter Soldier that I might have to just tune my phone to while I'm sitting there at work.
Can we turn this into Impractical Jokers? Just follow that guy.
And bring that thing of Play-Doh with you.
Steal something from his basket.
He's doing it. This is really turning into Impractical Jokers.
Accuse him of.
Ask him if he's lost.
You're gonna have the guts to stick on him. Come on, man. Stay on target.
Put your nose on him. That's actual Impractical Jokers.
Accuse him.
He's going to look for NECA. That's what he's going to do. I thought he was following the guy.
Well, we like to think we had some control over it for a while.
Yeah, I was like, he's actually going to do it. He's going to do it.
He ain't listening to the damn word we said.
Oh, you're an Arbutus, aren't you?
Yes, nice stuff.
Any of them secret shredders?
Nope. All of these have weird eyes.
It's not that bad. It's not as bad as the other one.
Oh, were you living this life a few hours ago, Jordan? Were you already here?
No, I wasn't there. I read somebody on TFW was there, and they said they had jack shit, so I didn't even bother with it today. But I know the store because every now and then I'll venture out there. Oh, you know what we have to do is we got to get out the obligatory. Hey, it's Thursday. If you're watching us and we've bullshit enough, we're 7 minutes in. Hey, you're watching Figure Action live here on YouTube. Hopefully, if you're not watching us live, still make sure you kill boss and slam that like button. Make sure you are a subscriber if you're not already. If we had Mr. Joe Crab here, he'd probably be giving some metrics about how many of our viewers aren't subscribed. We're trying to get to 1,000 subs so we can get some of those sweet YouTube monetization bucks to cover some operational costs of the show. Help us produce more high quality content for you, the people. I stole that from the Wolf Pit Cooking Channel. Check him out.
Help us with content, not high quality. Let's not set expectations.
All right. We're not going to split hairs on this. All right. But if you are watching us here live, make sure you pop into that live chat. We love our fans. We love interacting with you folks throughout the course of the show. We got a lot of great people in there already. Come on, hang out with them, chat with us, because it's going to be a fun one. Also, check out our Teespring store. Not like Polly Shore. That'd be an awful FAP shirt, or would it? Joe, get on that.
If you're watching from here anymore.
Polly Shore? Oh,
I'm positive.
He's around. His parents are on the comment. Well, I guess.
Didn't his mom pass away?
No, maybe. I don't know. I gotta check. But before we get derailed, check out the FAP shop over on teespring.com. I need to work out with Nate what we're gonna do for our next giveaway. But I tell you what, I'll give away a FAP shirt next week. We'll have a contest going up while I iron out the rest of the Nate giveaways because I've been busy this week. I'll get to that when we get to how I'm doing. Matt, now that we know you're doing well, did you get anything cool this week?
I did. I got Amazon bumped my order for a judgmental Katie Sackhoff figure. She's
judging Jubilee.
Yeah, she has this face like she's not taking your shit. She's not importing any shit. She's just out of the shit business. Okay. I will say though, this figure, this is my first one from the wave, and I'm not sure what it is with this figure that's different from other Black Series figures, but generally speaking, this has got some of the smoothest Black Series joints I've seen yet. They seem pinless? To be. They are pinless. They certainly are. So we have nice smooth legs, nice smooth arms, and like the knee is soft ratcheted, but it's butter, man. It's buttery smooth. Where
They're
some of the
they're always pinless because they don't have double joints.
Ah,
and the shoulders are smooth. Like I don't know. The last few series that they've had come out, they seem like they're I don't know, man. Black Series figures lately seem like you have to put a lot of force in moving them around. But this one's good. And the helmet fits on. It looks good, and she's got that I ain't missing you at all face, and it's pretty good likeness. Besides that, I also got it's a light week, and the other thing I got's hanging on the wall, so maybe I'll pull that off later. But I'm an old school gamer fan, and Jordan knows that I like wall art, especially video game art, and he hit me up privately and said, "Hey, here's this place I get my stuff from. Take a look." I opened up the website, and I think I blacked out for 4.5 minutes, and when I came to, I had ordered $70 or $80 worth of stuff. And this is one of the things from us. This is the box art to Chrono Trigger, and it's on hard acrylic, so it's ready to be mounted, and then I put it on the wall. Very nice. And I also have a shadow box for Chrono Trigger, which is the thing that's already on the wall. So I'll get to that later, maybe put a picture up or something. But super good quality on both of them, and I was impressed with the shipping. This dude ships almost better than Nate's Toys and Collectibles. But then again, he's only shipping square, things. Nate's got all these crazy packages he's got to work with, and then he ships toys. Video game shadow box. Yeah, that's it. So link on your screen. It's not actually a link. You have to remember that. Maybe I'll put it in the show notes. I don't know, but it's worth it.
but yeah, I have 3 of their pieces. I highly recommend.
They are excellent. Like it's not. I don't know what to say about it. Like he prints out or somehow adheres the. Well, you know what? Here, I'm talking about it. I might as well show it off. The dude somehow adheres the pixel art to different layers of clear plastic or clear acrylic, and then layers them on the box, and then has this depth this depth to it. That here. So this is the one that I've got right there. See if I can get it without a glare. Now, the other cool thing, and I can't really pull this off here. If you look there, there's a QR code in the corner. Mm-hmm. That's to a specific app called Zapper, I think.
Zap.
Okay, so it's called Zap. So if you look up that dude on Instagram, he has videos demonstrating what that code does. God, and basically,
that's awesome.
What's that?
That's the first I've seen your face.
I'll give you a tour sometime. But the QR code activates the scene in which is depicted in the art. So you point your phone at it, and the scene comes to life, and it's fucking awesome.
Yeah, and it's seamless with the art too. That's the thing I like the most.
So that's all I've got this week. I don't really have a whole lot coming in the pipeline right now, Giggity. It's kind of light right now, so and I'm all right with that because I've been cleaning the basement and sort of getting stuff squared away. Anybody that knows me knows that I don't like having shit piled and like just stacked here and there. I got to have it put away and orderly. So I've been working on that. But that's it. I'm good. Moving along. Back to you guys.
All right. Next up, Dave. How the hell are you? And did you get anything cool?
I'm doing well. First of all, Nightwing, I do know you like me, and I greatly appreciate that. And at TFCon, we're having well, I'll be drinking an alcoholic beverage. I'll give you a water or what.
He drinks wine.
Okay, good.
Give him the wine sampler.
Of course, the Ruans. Always like to say hi to you guys, and Sportimus, always the man. No Effortless. I'm doing a little cleanup here. No Effortless. My wife did still have the box in her car. I will be getting that out to you this weekend, and I'm throwing a little something extra in there for you. Be aware of that. He knows what I'm talking about. Aside from that, this week has actually been a little on the light side for me as well, which, considering I've been working down here, I'm not bad. I'm good with that. I actually got been getting a lot of work done here of getting the Marvel Legends up and some of the Transformers. So that's been feeling really good of getting this madness condensed, which you'll know exactly what I'm talking about eventually. Zero. You'll know.
I moved in once.
True, but you didn't have an established nerd room.
No, but I had a lot of shit.
Did get some fun things though. I did get Ractonite. I had unfortunately not been able to find Air Razor or Huffer. One thing that always kind of cracks me up here is so Ractonite's supposed to be a Predacon, yet on the box art, Huffer's the one using them.
They did that stuff throughout the trilogy because they had
the wrong guys using it. So I mean,
and then
they actually use this gimmick in the show properly. Except
on the art, Primal's using the Sabertooth Tiger one that's yet to be announced.
True. Tigertron is on the box art.
Yeah, I like to think that they like tore them apart, and that's like, yeah.
And is that Scorponok on the box art? I just first remember taking a
look. Scorponok's on there.
Yeah. All right, cool. But anyway, so I got him. This one, I was actually very really happy to get my hands on, and that is the alien art that happens to be perfectly green screened right now.
Wow,
that was throwing me off. I was like,
that's crazy.
Yeah, because I saw it in the store, and I was like, at first when you had it the other way, I thought it was like a foil on there. I was like, that's way different than what I saw.
That's actually pretty cool.
How is that happening? Is this an alternate reality?
Yeah. So anyway, I did get the Rhino Alien repaint. This, if you did not get the first Rhino Alien, because of it being garishly orange, I could understand that. Get this. The Rhino Alien is a beautiful mold. This is beautifully painted. Matt, for the same reason that you said that you bought that Razor Claw Alien is the same reason you should buy this.
All right, I'll have to give him a look when I see him.
And I would kill if they redid the Razor Claw Alien in these colors. Just got to say that. So I look forward to getting this guy out and putting him on my Alien shelf, and I'm going to be messing with this all night.
I wish they did the Gorilla Alien in those. Like I saw that in person. I don't collect them, but I was just like, wow, that's a nice paint scheme.
And then finally, from TeamAmazon.com, I did get Shao Kahn from McFarlane. This I'm looking forward to putting this guy out. I'm curious if this is going to have the McFarlane scale issues, because this guy does seem a little underwhelming in the box, I gotta say. Which kind of disappoints me, especially when you look what McFarlane's been doing with the DC stuff, with like the Devastator. You know, they put that big guy in a $20 box. You'd think they would do the same thing for these guys.
That dude's looks like it's got a world of paint and like sculpting more than the Devastator's got, though.
Oh, he does. Which, I mean, that's the same thing with the Mandarin spawns. I mean, if that's what you're going for, it's the same reason I would tell you to buy the Mandarin spawn. Tons of sculpting. I cannot wait for my red one to show up. I do have stuff in the pipeline. I was actually supposed to get Motaro this week, but unfortunately, USPS ended up destroying the box and sent it back to Nate's Toys and Collectibles, where fortunately, since he packed it so well, Motaro himself came out fine. So he's going to be holding back on him because in the pipeline, Deku is supposed to be showing up soon. And apparently my Joker is coming in from Japan. So that's got me excited. My Revoltech Joker. And hopefully tomorrow or Saturday, one of my Batman Beyond figures is going to be showing up. So
you did end up going in on that amazing Yamaguchi Joker?
Oh, hell yeah.
I had him pre-ordered and it got canceled in a wave of cancellations, but I'm not opposed to reordering him, so I'll wait and see what your impressions are.
Well, one of the things I'm really looking forward to, as dumb as it sounds, that ha 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 emblem that plugs onto his back, I kind of want to put that on All Might now.
But you know, too, is that like that Joker, the appeal for me was that no Joker that I own or have seen in stores has a wide open cackling laugh face. And that one has an awesome one that goes with the onomatopoeia.
He'll be able to do like, yeah, I'm really looking forward to
that. Of all the Jokers I have with alternate heads, it's like none of them have that wide open guffaw. I'm like, why? That's definitive for the character.
I look at that Revoltech Joker and I just hear Mark Hamill just echoing from him. But aside from that, work has totally, utterly, completely kicked my ass the last couple days. fun inside fact that I can let all you 28 people who are watching know. Well, 20.
That's 28.
One of them's T-Man. No, this is actually something to keep in mind. Again, because you guys know I'm in the retail industry. You're going to be seeing a 12%, about a 10 to 13% price hike happen in everything.
Buzz Killington.
Well, it's true, and it's especially and for a lot of domestic product. If you're looking to buy not just furniture, automotive production right now, a lot of anything that involves insulation, as weird as it sounds. Like if you're buying a refrigerator and it's got that insulation batting and stuff, there is a severe shortage of that material because 95% of it was made in Texas, and that shutdown from the cold has caused a severe backlog of material shortage. So if you go out there and you see those price hikes, if you go out and try to special order something and it takes 12 weeks, please do not take it out on your sales associate. It is not their fault. It is Texas. So buy plastics. The future's in plastics.
And Tesla, apparently.
Joe's not here.
And Florida man.
So, I don't
T-Man.
know.
How you doing?
Can T do a proper? How
T-Man
you doing?
T-Man is good. Hey, I'm alright. Things that I got a late Christmas present from Matt the Partsformer of this new age prowl that looks like a masterpiece right here.
Why you have a New Age figure with you in Walmart?
Because it was in my backpack. And I also got clothing for my TB League figure.
Doll.
I got a sweatsuit and some shoes.
Yeah, how come you didn't have socks?
I didn't. I'm gonna have to order that again. I didn't get him a shirt either. He needs one. I ordered one, but y'all saw I got HasLab Unicron, and I got McFarlane Shao Kahn, and I feel like I got something else, but I can't think of it right now. But I'm gonna end early. I'm just gonna still be here, but I'm gonna pass it over to Jordan right now.
All right. Well, I'm doing pretty good. My house sale is finalized, and I got a lot more for it than I was expecting to get. We'll leave it at that. So I'm very happy with how that's going. Other than that, I mean, things are going good. Just getting ready to continue to pack everything up here. So I'll probably do a rest in peace nerd room. At my background should be changing within the next 4 weeks as we go into our temporary living situation and start house hunting. So exciting times for me. As for what I got this week, I managed to get wave 2 of the Walmart Headmasters, and these were things I initially said I wasn't going to get, but God damn it, I like the packaging, and then the paint on these is so much substantially better than the Titans Return figures.
You love the packaging so much you took them out of
No,
it.
I wanted to check them out. Like the thing is with me is like I also like to make sure there's no defects with what I get, and yeah, I wanted to make sure there's no paint defects, no broken pieces. You know, I roll with stuff, and these are all like pristine. And yeah, I really like. I think Highbrow's probably my favorite of the bunch. Like he is like completely decked out in paint. Like if you get one of them, get him. If you get more of them, if you get Weird Wolf, because I love the fact that he's painted a lot like the fan. It's hard to see it on the camera here, but he's got like a metallic face and a gloss visor, and the effect is actually really cool in hand. It's not gonna pick up, but next up, I got the Black Series Jar Jar because I got him for $3. He was on clearance at Target, and I was picking up a figure for a friend, and it was basically a if you buy $50, you get $10 off. So I was picking up a $30 figure for a friend of mine, and so Jar Jar was already on clearance for $20, and then I had $7 in Target rewards, So I was like, okay, essentially at this point, I'm using those target rewards which I earned, and then I'm taking $10 off. A friend of mine wanted a Kingdom Dinobot, which they had there, and so yeah, got him for $3, and he's actually pretty cool for Jar Jar. The head articulation, like the head neck articulation, is really cool. It's like 3 separate pieces. You can do that. I wish he had an opening jaw or another face, but the face sculpt's pretty good. I also wish he had double jointed elbows, but like the feet articulation's really well done. Like Black Series, make more aliens. And last off, I got a surprise gift from my lovely significant other. I got myself NECA Dick Simmons. That's right. And if you don't have this figure in your collection,
Fabulous.
you gotta get him. He's a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to because I have the creepy Woody figure, and yeah, this thing's a lot of fun. If you saw the title card, yeah, the head pops off super easy, so you can get in all kinds of swapping hijinks, and you can make yourself. Come on, Jar Jar. You can make Jar Jar Dick. Yeah.
Title
Or Jar
of
Jar
your
Simmons.
home sex book.
I mean, if you look at him from the side profile. Yeah. Oh, and I also saw.
We don't know what to say. The chat doesn't know what to say. Everybody is just in shock and awe.
So, I forgot to say this. You don't need to put me on anything, but I forgot to say I did also get a Mezco Punisher that is flipping amazing. The SDCC one. I was able to acquire that from a prize source. Let's put it that way. I was very happy to get that for basically $20.
I just love how this is Richard Simmons, the action figure. See, Sportimus gets it. That's why I like you, Sportimus. And one last thing. I did see Godzilla vs. Kong last night, and I liked it for what it was. I think King of the Monsters was better. I'll leave it at that. No spoilers. But if you have the opportunity to, I definitely think it's worthwhile to see it on a big screen. And yeah. Andrew's asking, is there going to be troop building of overweight middle-aged ladies to go with that Richard Simmons?
You can get yourself your Golden Girls figures still. Don't forget.
Yeah. I was about to say
that. So they gave him like the same abs. I'm pretty sure this is the same body as B. Arthur, because like they gave her like the muscles and like the 6-pack and everything.
Oh my God, what are we doing here?
I don't know.
Not talking about Transformers, apparently.
Well, let's talk about Transformers. There's a lot of stuff to talk about.
Yeah, let's move on from B. Arthur's abs.
Yeah, let's talk about anything other than B. Arthur's abs.
That should have been the title of the show. Let's move on from B. Arthur's abs. All right. So let's talk about something big, black, and expensive. Can I make that any more awkward?
Yeah.
You already have. Yeah.
All right.
Before we even got to that.
We got a Generation Selects Black Zorak. So, a lot of people were hoping for this. We have, of course, the lucrative merger between Hasbro. I hope T had me on speaker in Walmart, because that would make that even more priceless.
The 8th most awkward thing he's heard in the last 10 minutes at Walmart.
Yeah, well, that's the thing, is you're already at Walmart. Why not commit to making it awkward? I was not expecting for Generation Selects figure. I was not expecting this level of change. I was expecting we would just get a straight up repaint of Scorponok, not a okay. He's on Bluetooth. Hopefully, it's a Bluetooth speaker.
Anyway. Let's talk about the show. Let's talk about my T-Man here.
Oh, come on, Brad. Come on now.
Thank you, Brad.
Yeah, so we're getting a completely remolded head sculpt for this guy. We're getting a brand new spear accessory. T's going to skip. T, you never even got Scorponok.
That must make it even easier.
Well, and Sportimus is saying most of us can't afford this one, but this one is the same price as Scorponok. That's you can actually get him even cheaper through Nate's Toys and Collectibles. I'm going to give Nate a plug. Check out Nate's Toys and Collectibles because he is taking pre-orders for this guy right now.
But he doesn't sell
debating.
plugs. Don't go for plugs.
I am debating about putting in because I didn't get Scorponok, but I still want Scorponok.
Scorponok's awesome. I mean, they are doing another run of Scorponok. TF Source has pre-orders at retail right now for Scorponok if you're interested. So I believe the head is just Zerak. I believe somebody nerds in the chat correct me, but this is actually a pretty extensive remold of the figure. I mean, you get a new face for the headmaster, or Titan Master, if you will, and they remolded the chest to have like this damage section here. I think this looks pretty damn sweet.
There's a lot of things I like about that. I mean, I'm not sure if you've ever actually watched Master Force.
I have not.
But that's where Black Zarek's from.
Yeah.
And the headmaster's component was nothing to do, was not even incorporated with the plot. So I'm looking at this remold, and this just gives like a lot of implied plot. You know, you watch the, you suffered through the Kingdom show, and they were talking about how Scorponok is the last Scorponok. Almost makes you wonder, what is this one's story? You know,
right?
And there's a lot. I mean, this. I like how the spearhead incorporates under the tail.
Yeah, that's awesome because it makes the Scorpion mode look even more different.
So
I couldn't care less either way, but about Scorponok or this guy. But for my money, this dude is certainly more interesting looking. I think, in my opinion, I think there's a lot of neat stuff going on here.
I think there's also a shortage of Decepticon city bots in the Titan class. I mean, yeah, you got, if you wanted to count Titan class figures, you have Predaking and Devastator, but you've got Omega Supreme, Metroplex, Grand Maximus, and Fort Max released already.
Well, in general, yeah, you had Omega Supreme, Metroplex, and Fort Max, and Decepticons got Trypticon and Scorponok, which is par for the course, actually. Yeah. Aside from this, Decepticons have any other city bots or city cons?
I mean, there is the evil repaint of Metroplex that hasn't happened yet. He was in the
that's what I'm saying.
Comics.
The shortage. They're following canon. Yeah. The cons had always been outgunned.
Yeah. And technically the Omega Guardians they're not Autobots or Decepticons, but depending on what canon
Devastator is supposed to be fighting Omega Supreme. So
yeah,
they're actually pretty. Actually, Decepticons are ahead on the Titan classes because they got Predaking.
Yeah.
So just saying.
What else we got?
Just want to go through just a couple more pictures here. You can see the prototype. You can see how different the head is. And yeah. All right.
That a lot.
I do too. I'm in for this one. Again, if you guys are going to get this at a good price, check out Nate's Toys and Collectibles over on Facebook. So next up, we'll get through just a quick one. These are a couple new listings that emerged on Amazon in Australia, and these are for what we can assume to be Huffer and Pterosaur. What's interesting is this is listed as the Kingdom Golden Disc Collection, so hard to say what that means, whether these are just going to be standard releases or there's going to be something special about them as Amazon releases. Ranger Puffer is an interesting one because Puffer was the blue Huffer variant that was sold as pipes in Mexico. I'm thinking it's just a mistake. And again, Golden Disc Collection could imply that this is going to be some sort of Amazon 2-pack. Hard to say. But that listing is there.
Puffer might be Pipe's code name.
That's what I'm thinking, and that seems to be like what the narrative is. All right, moving right along from Figure King, we got a better look at some scans from their magazine. We get to see some of the effects pieces for Rodimus, the Commander class Rodimus. That is, we're getting a new Matrix effects piece. You get to see that the Matrix can indeed store in his chest. There's blast effects for his rifle, and that's some stuff we've already seen as far as like the way the trailer bay opens up. That index finger that's been talked about, the individual index finger. So I'm still a reluctant buy on this one, but I do think every time I see more and more about it, it does look better. What do you guys think?
I want it. I'm not reluctant.
I'm less reluctant now than I was before. I'm going to get him, and seeing what I've seen and seeing some of the feedback from the engineers and the guys that worked on it, saying that they put the dollar value of this figure into the transformation and the articulation makes me. That's the stuff I want to hear. So I'm in.
I'll still probably be complaining all the way until I get them in my hands, and hopefully I'll be eating my words afterwards, which, as you guys know, I have eaten my words.
It's not a bad thing, right? I mean,
yeah,
it's nice to be wrong sometimes to the positive.
Oh, yeah. That's like me with McFarlane figures. Yep, I'm not going to buy anything from him. Then I have 3 shelves dedicated to him.
Talk to Jordan and Storm Collectibles.
Oh, yeah. No, I'll admit that I ate my words on that.
Yeah,
you get one bad figure sometimes, and that,
sours it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. All right, next up, we also have another look at Galvatron, or not Galvatron specifically, but his accessories. So we were debating on whether or not this Matrix chain was going to be one piece, and we have a confirmation that it's actually a soft rubber piece. You get a look at the paint on the cannon, as well as the Revenge ship. That's also his guns, which is interesting. You can see how it looks combined up, which I don't know. I really wish they'd painted that purple, to be honest.
It is clever, though. I'll give him that. That's a clever way to do that, to get that ship out there. And that, even though it's not perfect, but still,
yeah,
it's evocative.
I think really, though, you only need half of it.
Right.
Right. But
that's what I was looking at. I thought it was 2 ships.
Yeah, it's 2 ships. It's like I know one is the Revenge. I just can't tell what the other one's supposed to be.
One's the Venge, and then the other one's the Revenge.
And then you get a look.
Matrix
it's not.
Good.
Yeah, it's not the same Matrix, which is interesting. And
y'all hear me?
Yep,
yes.
we can hear you.
Yeah.
I said
Hey,
one ship is upside down and the other is right side up.
Yeah, but like the way they port together is what's, I guess, they're showing here.
And that's how a shuttlecraft is made.
Go on to Urban Dictionary and look up space docking. Or don't. Someone did do a size comparison on Galvatron, like an extensive one. I'll pull that up real quick just because I think it's worth seeing. Yeah, and this is on Dame Chalk's Twitter. They've got him with the, I guess, the selective movie cast. You have Kingdom, Magnus, Siege, Springer, and then some of the Studio Series 86 RCs from probably Kingdom or Earthrise. But, yeah, I still think the chest is too wide and the arms sit too low. I think that's...
Needs like some kind of shoulder pad filler, to be honest.
Yeah.
I have no problem with it being the ball joint being there, but
yeah,
that looks good. That looks really good.
I am totally out on this guy. I don't like him at all.
I'm gonna get him. Like from angles, he looks good. I think one of the things I kind of notice with figures that look good at specific angles is that when you get them in hand, you tend to appreciate them more. If that makes any sense.
That last picture, yeah, it does look a
Like-
lot better than it did in the other ones.
This is your money shot here. You have Cyclonus, Scourge, Galvatron, and the HasLab Unicron. So if you wanted to do a display, I think, and again, that pose, like right there, that pose, he looks good in that pose. So it's like I feel like dead on. And Nate's chimed in here. In-hand pictures always different.
Mm-hmm.
In-hand versus pictures is always different.
That's what I told my wife when we were first dating. What?
One is based off of. Oh, well, that
love
makes
that.
sense. Night Wingham actually has a good observation here. Is that one of them is based off of the G1 Megatron gun?
Did you hear that, Nightwing? Nightwing Jordan was like, "Good job, buddy. You actually had something you contributed."
No, I actually have a news item.
Heard it
No,
in your voice.
He contributes, albeit
he
killing my ego, but he contributes.
Andrew makes the point that he has a G unit chain. And Sportimus says, I hope we see the ships in purple and the G1 toy recolor from Generation Select. I'm willing to bet they'll do that. I'm willing to bet they're going to probably triple dip on this mold. You'll get a G1 toy version from Generation Selects. You'll get a Netflix version where he's done in a metallic and the Revenge ship is painted or cast in purple to go with the Unicron display.
Yeah, I don't think there's going to be any shortage of ways to get this guy.
Yeah. So that's why I haven't bought multiples of Cyclonus or Scourge. I know that we're going to get the sweeps. They've already likely confirmed that, and I'm sure.
I'd like to find at least one Cyclonus out there. I've never seen one. At least in North Carolina.
Yes, Nightwing, you get 1,500 figure action points for that observation. All right. I'll keep an eye open. I actually saw Wave 1 of the Kingdom Deluxes restocked today at a Target. So hopefully Hasbro's actually restocking stuff. I know people have seen the Miles Morales wave restocked for Marvel Legends. So, hopefully they actually do that. And Bootha says, we get the ship, but no arm for the stand. I wouldn't be surprised if that's what they do for their Netflix version. They give you the Generation Selects is probably more likely, where they give you like the stand for it, and then they give you like little minifigures. So, and then they charge you $40. All right,
It charges $40 for that one. That'll make them cheaper, won't it?
Possibly. All right, next up, we got a figure or a model kit that was delayed quite a bit. Let me Control Z that because instead of copying, I accidentally drug the link apart. Flames Toys Windblade. Looks like she is very close to coming out finally after being delayed due to Twitter rage. And we get a good look at a completed and painted version of the model kit. I have to say this looks quite nice. What do you guys think?
I am smitten with it. I've already ordered it.
I'm buying it because she's a girl.
I might buy her and put her on my stack of models I'll one day build in a year or so.
I think that the detail on it is now it's always a little tricky, right, with these fashionable pictures of model kits because, like you said, they're all painted up and they're all like sort of done to the nines, so it's not quite indicative of what you're going to be getting out of the box. But again, like the Prime build and I've done the G1 Prime and the Seeker build, and both were enjoyable and has the articulation that I want out of a base figure. So I don't see this as anything less than a win.
Look, her butt.
She does. Upset. Right. She does still have the features that maybe they're toned down, but they're not. They're still prevalent from what people were bitching about. So
I'll tell you what.
To the butt.
Go back to the butt. Can we enhance? Can we zoom?
Here, can I zoom? Let's see here.
Can we?
They don't have her leg.
No, I can't.
Up, so you can't tell whether it still curves when she kicks up.
They do mention 50 points of articulation on the original one, it looked like it was a separate piece over her butt. Now it looks like it's just a thigh swivel.
Yeah, this one's. I think this is a winner, man. I'm excited for this.
One of us probably has that saved on our phone, the original picture.
Somewhere. I will say, if you were to pick up, going back to the painting, if you were to, because this is probably primarily, I'm going to guess it's probably yellow plastic for the gold parts, or maybe like a gold. Who knows with Flames toys? They may have pre-painted those.
We've actually met the guy who does the painting on these. Remember, he was at the con.
Yeah.
But
I'm just saying, like,
the Asian girl who makes you buy everything.
I'm just saying this will probably be a pretty easy one to make. If you get a basic Gundam marker set, and then pick up a gold, silver, and metallic blue, and you should have a metallic blue for doing eyes. I'm just going to tell you, if you have transparent blue eyes on a figure and you want to make them pop, get yourself a metallic blue Gundam marker. Shout out to Cobra Clan for suggesting that to me, because I got that knockoff MP44 and that thing like works like magic.
Right here, it looks like they shrunk her butt in that picture you just went off of.
I think that they just removed the pieces that were there that they had that like.
They incorporated it more into the leg naturally, having it as a separate piece. I'll tell you what.
That's a shame.
Keep going on, but I'm going to see if I can't find the
You
old
can find
pictures. Don't wait for me though. God only knows all I'm going to take.
But, you get the who is it that hates the superhero pose? Is that Sony?
No, it's Peak.
It's Peak. Okay. But I think this looks pretty good for a model kit. She's light on accessories, which is unusual for Flames toys. You know, it looks like she's only got 2 pairs of hands and the sword. But I mean, really, what else does she need? To be honest.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Hold on, I got the pictures. I don't really have a good way of showing it besides holding my phone up, but
you have a link.
There's the old booty.
Yeah. So if we were to go back, so like I was mentioning, that's they. Oh wait, wow, is it still there? And they just like.
There is a chance they've just posed it different, right?
No, you know what it is? You know what it is? I can see it now. It's not the pose. It's the piece.
There's also she seems a little thicker in this picture than she does. It's like she's slimmed down some.
I think they changed the thighs, and I'll go back to that real quick. Because in the picture you had,
I don't like that.
What, the old one or the new one?
No, everybody can complain and get people to change their vision.
You say that, and then you watch Sonic the Hedgehog.
Well, that should have never like that in the first place. I'm sorry.
You say that, and then you get your Snyder cut.
Dave, you get a rare 3.5 figure action points for that comparison. Well done.
Just saying.
Don't get snarky with me. Now it's down to 1.
Let's just complain so Twitter goes away. Are you with me, T?
If it's a bad thing, if it's a good thing, I don't think people should complain and get that taken away.
Let's just get Twitter. Let's get Twitter taken away.
The thighs in the butt was a good thing.
I think that it's
Sonic was ugly and needed to be dead.
I think right here,
they
just filled in that. Like, you can't see the inner workings anymore.
And how hilarious would it be if it came with an alternate build set where you could still put together the old upper legs?
Well, how much you want to bet that that's actually just a piece that they just put over there?
I'm willing to bet it is a piece that they.
Well, that's what I mean. Like, you have the option of slyly removing that piece and having the old build. Like, it's a model kit. They can give you the parts for both. You know.
Well, there was a KO company that was doing that had a bunch. I think it was like Poison something, where you could buy a model kit, but if you took off a bunch of parts, it surprisingly it was a Gundam.
Nate, I think you could probably just pop the wings off. To be honest.
Or if not retractable wings, alternate wing pieces that would have been smaller.
Yeah.
See, I like the size of those wings. I thought they were already kind of slimmed down.
Yeah, they're not too big. They don't look like they're going to be cumbersome.
Either way, I think this is a grand slam. Even with the changes, I still think this is.
Yeah, she looks good. I'm gonna get it.
Yep.
And last up on our official news, actually, we got a couple things. Let me retract that. Next to last up, we get a look at the 3.0 Jetfire. The deluxe scale one that's coming out soon. This looks like a render, but this is, I mean, I own 3.0 pieces.
That's pretty large.
Yeah, and I'm sure, given the size of that Optimus, it's going to be a big piece.
Absolutely hated the character, but cool.
So, not going to dwell on this one too long because we only have a couple shots of it, and those are heavily photoshopped. But 3.0 today came out with a picture showing. Well, actually, they came out with additional pictures showing off, more shots of him. Again, none of this looks real because it's heavily photoshopped, but he will indeed be able to combine with that Optimus Prime. And I believe it was. I don't think it's out yet, but for the IDW Star Saber that Flames Toys was doing, I believe the Shattered Cast guys had talked to someone at TFCon asking, like, wait, how can you actually do that? And Hasbro is actually cool with non-transforming Transformers, or not non-transforming Transformers, but third-party licensed lines transforming just enough to do combined modes. So I'm really curious what not only the cost is going to be on this guy, but what the engineering is going to be like. Again, not for me, but I think it's cool that it exists, and I definitely think this is the best-looking Jetfire that's come out anywhere. Studio series should probably be in the.
Someone out there will enjoy it.
Someone will definitely enjoy this.
Somebody.
But I'm glad that person will.
And there he is next to Prime. Holy shit, that's big.
Somebody 21 years old.
What's 21 years old?
The person that will enjoy it.
No. Probably Jobby. Watch Jobby get that one. And last up on the docket for official news, we got something that I do definitely 100% want. This is a GameStop exclusive. GameStop's been getting these Hasbro licensed replicas and helmets. We get a Optimus Prime Modern Icons helmet. This is the same company that's doing the G.I. Joe helmets. Yeah.
I'm sure you put it. It'll look great on your Prime shelf, Zero.
Yeah, it's pre-ordered. Lex actually surprised me today. I said I got to pre-order that, and she goes, "Oh, don't." So I got this one coming. I'm stupidly excited for this. I love the fact it's got light up eyes.
Does it make you sound like Peter Cullen?
There are no electronics in those.
No, it does have sounds and phrases, and of course it's got electronics because it's got light up eyes.
Oh, true.
And it's a robot head.
Yeah. But this just looks absolutely awesome. Now, I've seen the Cobra Commander helmet in person. One of the GameStops I go to had it on display. I want to see the Snake Eyes one in person, but I
Cobra Commander one. It looks beautiful on my shelf. I absolutely adore it.
Surprised they haven't announced the Destro one yet.
Have you worn that helmet to Walmart yet?
Who, me?
Dave.
No.
Wow. He says Jetfire's 15 inches tall. Yeah, I agree, Nate. I really do hope that they do a Megatron helmet because they'll probably do Bumblebee.
Next.
All right. Let's get into our third-party news. I guess we'll get like one of the April Fool's Day ones out of the way. Godzilla vs. Kong is good. I recommend seeing it. I Recommend DNA Designs makes this a real set because one,
Well,
I would buy that for the blast effect for Megatron.
I dug that. I mean, it was a fine April Fool's joke. It was much nicer than what frickin' Jay Cochran put up on TNI News today about G.I. Joe.
Yeah.
That ticked me off. But I think this would be one that they'd be like, the picture's fine. It was a cheap render. Life is good. But if they decide to make that in real life, I'd get it.
Yeah. I mean, again, blast effects, third-party companies, make some blast effects, make some blast effects, make blast effects all day. The axe piece, I'm sure if you really wanted your Primal to have that, you could get the Figuarts Kong and just hand that over to them. I'm sure they're probably similar.
I'm sure there's a 5 POA Kong toy in Walmart somewhere that has that axe that you could take it from.
Yeah, you're probably right.
And leave the
Pay for it first, though.
Actually, leave the package behind and just take the axe.
I just pay for it.
And I guess next up on our April Fool's Day news, we've got MMC. MMC did a weird thing today. They completely gave us a happy April Fool's Day, but it's been 10 years, and this is their 10th anniversary. So this could be like a haha April Fool's, or this could be real.
I think this is a haha April Fool's, but their April Fool's jokes have had a tendency of coming to pass, as we will see very soon.
So I guess we'll get into that one right now. We'll talk about the Planet Steel Express. This happened last night, March 31st.
But over in Hong Kong and overseas, it was April 1st. But a lot of those countries don't recognize April 1st.
So this is Eris Coulter, which is a female version of Tarn. If this is an April Fool's joke, this is the most elaborate April Fool's joke because they're taking money for this. They're marketing this as a PSX exclusive.
They're taking money for it. It's got to be real. I mean, those are the Astrobot hands right there.
Those are Pexis's hands.
Yeah.
Oh.
So to shed some light on this is actually an April Fool's joke from last year. They revealed her on April 1st as their next design in illustration form on April 1st. And there's still pictures of it over on the forums if anybody wants to go look at it. That was a April Fool. As the story goes, as I've read through a couple people's replies, the team at MMC loved the design so much that they petitioned to do the figure. So they ended up making this now. And I'm guessing they released it yesterday, March 31st, April 1st, as a nod to when it first came out.
Yeah.
But it is very much a real figure. We've had what's his name, RVDA and Lazy Aza on the forums both confirmed that not only is it real, but they worked on it. It's definitely coming out. They already took my money, so it better come out at this point. And it's their first figure in their Infinity line or Infinity line.
Yeah, and
it's the line that they introduced, by the way, on our show.
Yes.
2 years ago. In fact, I could probably even get the show number if I cared.
Yeah, it was the evening with Chigoking.
Yes.
He personally announced it on our show. That was our big breaking news.
So this is a thing. It does exist, and it's pretty awesome. As the story goes on that was presented on the website, is that this chick is able to copy other Transformers and make herself into a double or a duplicate of that person. So it's like she's sort of like a chameleon type character. Yes.
She's a Transformer?
Yeah, Transformer, yes.
So you're saying it's an excuse for them to make fembots of all their cool designs?
Yes, and the other thing somebody pointed out is that Tarn is not actually the character's name. It's not the robot's name. It's the persona's name, and that the mantle of Tarn can be from person to person. So that people were also wondering if this was playing on that avenue as well. That it's just another character that's carried the mantle of Tarn. Now, I also think this is, I haven't confirmed this, but I'm 99% sure this is NP scale because it's technically a spinoff of their Ocular Max line.
Well, she should scale with their DJD stuff.
The DJD stuff is reformatted, which is more chugs based. They're smaller.
Huh.
So it's hard to say. They do have a picture on their title, on their one of their headliner pictures of this chick is of her sitting on top of Tarn in a non-sexual manner.
Here, we'll go ahead. We'll open up there.
Yeah.
So this should be just a little bit bigger than the Coulter mode. I mean, a Coulter figure they have. I mean, judging by the face mask and everything, this should be probably about this. The body should probably be about the same size, but the backpack.
Right, put it over a little bit.
Yeah,
that backpack has me a little worried about her being top heavy.
I don't worry. I don't worry about that
feet,
stuff
right?
with MMC. Yeah.
Since he doesn't exist, you could put it with any line.
That's true too.
Yeah. If we go in here. I mean, the backpack here doesn't look all that large.
I adore the fact for the transformation that because she's got these skinnier legs, they incorporated that into her turrets, and I think that's awesome. Yeah. She should be hyper articulated, which is the first thing that drew me to her. I think they said that she has die-cast and has real working treads. As you can tell, the housing around the treads is all in one piece, so it should they should be functional.
They can make that animated shockwave out of her body.
They'll probably get their it's MMC. They're going to get their mileage out of any mold.
In general, I wouldn't mind a shockwave made out of that mold, to be honest.
Right.
About shockwave.
And the pitchforks almost immediately came out once people realized this was real, saying that they need this to be a Nautica. Like there's tons of people that want a Nautica. Mm-hmm. And they think this would make a good one. And I agree, this would make a good base for a Nautica figure. Other than that, though, super cool. I mean, it's definitely real. Order if you want her. So the other thing that threw people off about her was that the release date is next month. It's May 2021, in which a bunch of people call bullshit. And I still call bullshit. I don't think it's going to be out in May, but I hope so.
It might ship in May.
Right.
It will take 2 months to get here.
Right.
Is Nate's Toys and Collectibles carrying this?
No, it's a PSX exclusive.
Never mind.
I think BBTS might get it down the line. BBTS and probably ages 3 and up, and Toy Jojo probably will. They'll probably have limited quantities. Yeah, but you'll probably be I don't know. That's something I should ask Pake.
Then there's a chance I could see it then at TFCon.
Yeah. I'd ask Pake, if Toy Jojo is going to get it. Next up, we don't normally cover 3D printed stuff, but this is a piece that I definitely want. This comes from Truckee on the TFW forums. They've made a filler piece for the Mall of Unicron. So you can see T's Unicron there. Yeah. And this is actually pretty ingenious. It's just a plastic piece that sits over the blue part. Again, no idea how much that one's going to cost. I have not seen the thread, but I will say the color matching on this is pretty impeccable. I would say also probably keep an eye out. I can see DNA Designs probably coming out with something in the very near future because
books. It's that big, but it is going to take up space in whatever they're mailing it in.
Yeah, it also depends. Like I've bought 3D printed parts from folks before. Like Jay Ream is probably one of the bigger ones, and he does the faction symbols. And those tend to be about $10. But there's a sanding process and a painting process, so it's hard to say what this is. The final cost of it's going to be if he does even mass produce it.
I hope DNA Design or non-F makes it.
I'm thinking DNA Designs definitely is going to do a kit for this. I could see DNA doing painted minifigures and additional minifigures and ships, and Buddha says apparently he's only charging $10 for it, and I think he's going to share the STL. Huh. I hope that's the case. I definitely support. For $10, I'd definitely support.
Does one of us have a printer?
Matt. Well, nope. Yeah, you can always
I
go
have a
to.
printer, but it's just ink.
Yeah. I was debating about getting to the 3D printing thing, but then I realized I got too much crap I'm doing right now.
Right. That's sort of right. I'm going to. I have interest in it, but I'm going to wait till I have a space for it.
Between photography, setting up the room, painting, yeah. I can live without it.
Cooking.
Cooking.
Daughter.
I mean, look, I don't even have time to shave. Dude, this is like the greatest beard I have ever grown in my entire life. Luscious.
Yeah, but how's the articulation?
Oh, full.
And it's like McFarlane.
I could do the hips. I could do the hipster evil must. Oh, dude, look, I could pull the mustache thing.
All right. Well, let's get into our non-Transformers news.
It actually does work.
I think you scared yourself.
He's gonna do that tomorrow on purpose.
Oh God, yes! I'm gonna freak out my daughter with that.
Y'all remember? Y'all remember the movie Up?
Yep.
Yeah.
Remember
The most depressing movie ever.
That was the beginning was depressing. The end was actually pretty happy. Remember Carl at the end? He and Russell become friends, and then he becomes Captain America.
That's a deleted scene.
We get our from Falcon and Winter Soldier. We get our John F. Walker Captain America. I believe this is a Walmart exclusive, if I read correctly.
That's what I heard.
So yeah, it is a Walmart exclusive. Kind of curious what the distribution is going to be like on this one.
Captain America Winter Soldier is what started me collecting Marvel Legends. This doesn't come with the hands that he came with. I'm disappointed.
Yeah.
It's a cheap knockoff, man. Don't expect to get everything. He's not everything the Captain was. He's supposed to leave you feeling that lackluster that he isn't Steve Rogers. So
But he does come in that special box that they had on the show.
Yeah, that is a cool thing. I like it when companies do that.
I'm going to have to watch that episode again. I can't remember whether it was Marvel Legends or like a Titan Hero type figure. Because I think it looked bigger than a Marvel Legends from what I can remember.
That's a pretty big box. I mean, it's probably the same size as a regular Marvel Legends box, but
it looks so large because there's no Build-A-Figure piece in there.
yeah, that, and it doesn't say Marvel Legends in big font. It just says Captain America.
Derailing, when I picked up that, was that Hardhead, the Headmaster?
Yeah.
That box is huge. I'm shocked that they're only $19. I mean, $19.99.
But then, you get the figures themselves. Actually, they're not that big. I mean, they're about the same size as like a Marvel Legends box. It's just that they have the,
But it's like big and different from their typical like Kingdom boxes and whatnot. Like I'm shocked that they don't show the specialty fee, but maybe Walmart is eating that cost.
If I see him, I will pick up Captain America, but I'm not going to be I'm not going to be sweating like I am for the stupid Shadow Shredder.
But will you be sweating for the oldies?
Do you want Shadow Shredder enough to get shipped?
I'm working on that right now. Give me one more week here, and I'm about to.
I didn't see it tonight, but I've seen one like last week, and then it disappeared the next day.
I've seen bunches of them. Kevin's seen them too.
Don't you owe me a figure with Zero for a Power Ranger?
I sent you something, but I can find a.
Did you?
I can call in a favor. Yeah, I can't remember what I sent you.
Oh.
That thing, remember? You remember, Dave? No?
Yeah.
I can't do a Matt Stone. I would be asleep.
I'll go over Arundel Mills tomorrow. I'll see what I got.
Well,
Dave,
Nate might
Nate's
have
got an
one
extra.
for me. I'll bug him later.
Sportimus says pass on this. Well, I got some figures coming up next that are probably going to be a pass for most people. Let's go ahead and take a look. These were announced today, and no, they are not April Fool's Day jokes. These are the Marvel 80th anniversary Deadpool and Webman.
How much?
Uh,
I hated that Deadpool has been in GameStop for $40,
And it's $32 on Big Bad Toy Store right now.
and I don't know why it's that.
It's because it comes in the box. But
Everything comes that beast with the book.
no,
The
it
Great
comes
Beast
in a white box.
Oh, so that makes it better. Yeah, that's aggravating. And it never went on like real clearance.
Mm-mm. I'm debating on that one right now because it's $32 at BBTS, but
Wait, is this the exact same figure, or did they change anything?
Wait, what's the Amazon price on it?
it was
Yeah,
never
Amazon.
On too high.
I think it's the exact same figure, but it's got a slightly different paint job and the weapons are painted.
Yeah, I probably got 3 of that gun right there. The big gun, the rifle.
I'll give them all my Punishers, but I mean, actually my Punisher did come with that gun and he came with that pistol.
Yeah.
I'll give the I'll give the Mac 10s to or the MP5s to Winter Soldier.
If anybody sees him at a GameStop that's closing down,
Yeah.
that's local.
I mean, it's a good mold for Deadpool because look at those. I mean, he hits those poses beautifully.
Yeah, I got the other one, but he just doesn't have all those accessories. He's only had the 2 swords.
Yeah, and that's a good mold, but the swords on that one are so tiny. Like, there's a reason that they're sheathed in all the pictures.
I actually had the original Kenner one of those, or the original Toy Biz X-Force ones, and I used to be on this webpage with T-Man where we would do these grab bag boxes and send them to people, and I sent somebody them a Deadpool. It still had a KB sticker, clearance sticker on it.
I still think the best Deadpool was the Taco Deadpool.
Yes, it was. I agree.
No,
But that was my favorite.
No, because this one's on the Sunfire body, so he's got the butterfly joints.
That Taco Deadpool came with so much. That's why I still own that today.
Yeah,
Came with so much for $20.
Yeah, he'd be a $30 figure today.
Yeah,
Right.
And he was hard as shit to find too. I think didn't you help me out with that one? Because he was like sold out everywhere, and then I think Columbia Toys R Us got him in randomly.
That's where Columbia Toys R Us. Every day I went, or every day I didn't go, I would look into the sightings thread, and it would be like, "Oh, I found Deadpool." Then the next day, "Oh, I found Deadpool." I'm like, "Well, I'm going the next day," and I got there as soon as they opened, and it was actually there.
Yeah.
And it was the only one.
I think you either held him for me or you hit him for me. One of the two.
I'm trying to remember. I feel like it might have been somebody else. I feel like I never saw him again after I found it.
If I see him at GameStop, at a GameStop, and I can use my $5 coupon, I'll pick him up.
All right, now go to that ugly Spider-Man.
All right, Webman.
Hell.
Yeah.
I point out that this figure has the wall crawling hands that have been severely lacking.
You're right. They give you the repaint that nobody wants.
Mm-hmm.
And that, my fucking God, I didn't even realize that, Matt.
Yeah, because I'm staring at that Spider-Man that carded Spider-Man that I got. And I'm just sitting here like, man, I wish you had those heads. I want those heads for the Spider-Man.
Sony pointed that out to me earlier.
That's not cool.
Now, what it doesn't have is another head I guess it's either another head or wall crawling hands.
I know what I'd pick.
I would have preferred the wall crawling hands.
You're
So if I remember correctly, he's just an evil clone of Spider-Man from like the 60s comics, isn't he?
Yeah, he's like a negative Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Even though they made a negative Spider-Man, which I didn't even open and review yet.
Right.
It's the Pizza Spidey mold.
Mm-hmm.
Well, he's a Pizza Spidey mold, but he's got a different head than Pizza Spidey.
Right, but this is the retro mold.
Oh, it is.
Yeah, and
No,
that's why we're all ticked off about these hands, because those are the hands that we should have gotten with the retro mold.
This isn't fully the retro mold because it doesn't have
It's the Game Reverse one.
It doesn't have the Game Reverse. It doesn't have the torso articulation of the.
Okay, now I don't feel so bad anymore.
Yeah, this is a pass for me. Like I'm surprised this sold out on Hasbro Pulse like almost instantly. I didn't understand why. Either that, they just didn't have the quantity for it.
Spider-Man.
Yeah, it's Spider-Man, but it's just like now that when I saw the colors, I was like, I have no connection to this one. Wake me up when you do a retro carded armored Spider-Man, because that I want.
You got Cyborg Spider-Man, right?
Yeah, I got Cyborg Spidey. I had that toy when I was a kid. I had to get that one.
I forgot to show that off in the hall last week, but I found 2 Cyborg Spider-Man underneath of the shelf in Target.
He's surprisingly good for what he is.
Mm-hmm.
I'm very proud of my Spider-Man shelf over there. I do not need that on there. I think that, yeah, I mean, I'm a pretty good Spider-Man fan. I never remember this thing. I do not remember it at all.
And I don't even think the comic version of him quite looked like that.
Probably didn't. But Hasbro's like, just slap some damn paint on it and sell it.
You're right.
Dumbasses will buy
it. Well, speaking of dumbasses buying things, we've got a Figma set coming out. Well, not a set. It's 2 different figures, but it's from a kind of a polarizing game. Figma's coming out with a male version of V. Johnny Silverhand and the Kusanagi bike from Cyberpunk 2077. We've looked at this.
Oh, the bike is separate?
The bike is separate.
Oh, it is? Yeah.
As far as I know.
That makes that $100 price point all the worse then. Because I thought that was a steal with the bike included.
I already knew both
pre-orders.
Of them that was $200.
Well, wait. It says pre-orders of the Figma Male V and the EX Ride Yiba Kusanagi will go live. I'm pretty sure it's going to be a separate pre-order. If it's a set for $100, I think that's a steal. And again, like I'm somebody that's played Cyberpunk. This bike has no significance in the game other than it's, hey, here's a vehicle that's a pop culture reference. You don't get this is an optional side quest vehicle. There's again no significance other than it bears a resemblance to Kanada's bike.
I mean, it looks pretty.
Well, yeah.
Just to let you guys know, that inverted Spidey, I just did my research. He appeared in August 1977 in the Spidey Super Stories, which was based off the Electric Company spinoff.
Oh,
so this thing he wasn't even true Marvel canon. He's from the freaking Electric Company.
And I didn't even know that was a thing until I saw that on some show. The Spider-Man.
Anyway, I digress.
A kid's show.
Anyway, I pass. But this.
Yeah. So yeah, and it looks like it has decals as well. Which again, if you're gonna strive for game accuracy, just give me the thing as it appeared in the game. Don't make me put fucking stickers on it.
The Kusanagi motorcycle is $95.99, and then V is $115.
Yeah. So like,
you know what? I got my I got my bike from the Unrustable Bastards. That's my Akira homage in my collection for right now.
V comes with stuff. I mean, like he comes with the one Mantis arm, but what's crazy is in the game when you use Mantis arms, both arms deploy at the same time. You're not holding a gun and having like one Mantis arm out. So to me, it's silly that he comes with one Mantis arm and one blast arm. Like if you're doing this, sure, you have the one arm, one cannon arm. That's fine, but it's kind of inexcusable that it only comes with one Mantis arm.
The photographer, just like me, never played
it. And the other issue is that like the guns here, these are all like very generic guns. Like this is a game that has a bunch of iconic weapons. Like give me some of those iconic weapons. And the clothing here that he's got on, that's all like end game clothing. Like that jacket, the samurai jacket and everything.
Yeah, the McFarlane wears the same thing besides those shoes.
Yeah, I was gonna say those are all promo image clothes though too. I've seen those over and over.
Well, they're promo image. They are. I'm somebody that's played the game to completion. So I mean, again, this is like if you were to scrutinize.
You just pick male, they just instantly have that face.
Yeah, that's the default face.
Because when I seen videos, I never see anybody with that face.
I traded that game in. I gave up on it. It was
eating up apparently.
It was eating up too much space on my PlayStation with all the updates and updates and updates.
What's pathetic is when they updated it, it still was broken.
They have a long ways worth of updates before they can get that.
The last update was like a mile long. Interestingly, it is getting its next-gen upgrade in the second half of this year. But they announced this week as well that The Witcher 3 is getting a next-gen update as well. So how about that?
And then they announced that they might be dumping the multiplayer mode. I'm like, do you think?
Yeah.
Okay. This right here. Let's talk about this.
Yeah, let's talk about the Sentinel Deadpool. The fighting armor Deadpool.
I want it.
I did not want this line. I did not want this line, but
does Nate, do you carry these? Will you carry these?
Nate, let me know if you're getting this before I go to some big, bad toy place.
Big bad toy place.
Mail it to me first, and then I'll mail it to Dave.
Oh.
Do you hear that? Dave said he's off for that. Oh, he's all for that.
These are
real. None of this. Dang it! This is just. There's something about this that has some charm.
Yeah,
it looks like Deadpool hijacked some Iron Man armor, and that's kind of believable.
To me, it's straight up. It looks like Deadpool, unlike that Wolverine who looks like a robot.
Nate says he'll carry him. Corvus Iron Deadpool. Yeah. Yeah, I think for Wolverine and Captain America, I think that we also had like the two Spider-Man ones.
I could get Captain America. I just couldn't get Wolverine. I could totally see Captain America pulling that off.
Wolverine was too skinny and tall, it looked like. Yeah. He's in these pictures. Keep going.
All right. Look at that.
I would do that, but I would have put his hand on his butt, which I know they probably wanted to.
There you go. Spider-Man. Yeah, the Wolverine, I think you're right. I think he does look way too skinny.
And tall.
The
eyes.
A suit of armor put out personality like this.
The eyes. That's it right there.
This is Deadpool. We're used to seeing him looking like that.
That'll look good in my display case. Damn it.
You know, it also look good in your display case.
What?
All right. So we covered the American Werewolf in London NECA figures a couple weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
Now they're coming out.
Oh yeah, I know about.
Yeah. So the ultimate.
Actually, it's an army builder pack.
Yes.
So it's one figure with 4 heads. But.
And that's pretty ingenious too. Like I like the fact, like, good on NECA for doing stuff like this, because you can, instead of forcing people to buy, individuals, you're a one-stop shop for this.
No, you still have to buy 4 of the same figure. But
No. Like I mean that, but I mean like you can ship the same SKU. It's like you're not like looking for your individual ones.
Right.
You know
You're
what I mean?
always missing, like those Robins. You're always missing the one variant or the one hard
Right.
to find version.
Right. That's exactly what I was trying to say.
Yep.
I mean, if you haven't seen American Werewolf in London, it is a dream sequence that these guys appear in, and they look really good. I mean, okay, the American Werewolf figures, even if you're not a fan of the movie, oh my gosh, these are like such perfect random army things to have.
You know, these would probably go in well with that. What is that line that Mezco has? Their own personal story.
Well, yes and no, because the Rumble Society.
Rumble Society, that's it.
The
Yeah.
scale is totally off.
I mean, they're monsters. Who the hell? Who fucking knows what the scale is? Like,
I'm not sure if Nightwing in them is channeling T-Man or not right now.
What do you say?
Pass.
I mean, I know I'm gonna get the werewolf, plain and simple. If I see these guys, I might pick up 2 of them, just because I like the helmeted head and I like the werewolf head. The other 2, I'm like, eh.
Yeah. Breaking news.
What's your breaking news?
I have more stuff. Sony TM reviews went to a Family Dollar or something. We found these. Red Ninja.
Now you can erase all your mistakes.
Dude, I've had those before. Before they were cool, thanks to Mr. No Effort Randomness.
Destro. Snake Eyes. And they're tiny. Duke. And Roblox. No ladies. Collect all 6. And it doesn't look like
you did it. Hey, what's up, M3? Sportimus chimed in with something. What's that?
We should get Sony on here again.
We should. I'll send him a message. I'll see what he's up to next week. Sportimus brings up a good point. He says, I want that diorama. You know, Mezco gets a lot of notice for their dios, but NECA consistently, I want to know who does their diorama. I want to get them on the show, whoever puts these things together.
Well, we know who does the Mezco ones.
Yeah, we know who does the Mezco ones. But
not anymore, right?
Yeah, I think that partnership actually ended, unfortunately.
Day after day.
All right, let's move on. This one, Nightwing and them actually put this one on my radar. And this actually is exciting. Again, we like the Flames Toys model kits.
Ooh.
Yeah, and Flames Toys announced they're doing a Mighty Morphin Megazord.
I thought we showed this.
Yeah, I was going to post this in our chat, but I thought this was old news.
We showed their pre-built figure that's like super stylized.
It was like the Gal Gaigar. That was the
yes.
That was like the Furai. Not
yes.
That was
Curry Kai or whatever.
Yeah. This is the
super
model.
expensive. Okay.
Yeah. So they just say this is coming soon. This is a model kit. I don't think it's going to be like a mini pla where it comes apart. I think they're just going to make a hyper articulated, semi-stylized Megazord.
Because it doesn't look like it comes apart.
What's that, T?
So it doesn't look like it comes apart.
Nah.
It does, but not in the way that you think it does.
Right.
That'll look good in the display case.
Skip.
I'm more excited about the prospect of them doing a Dragon Zord. Like a non-combining Dragon Zord with like a shit ton of articulation. That's what I want.
Well, they'll do a non-combining Dragon Zord, and then they will do the combined Dragon Megazord.
Megazord.
Sorry.
You role playing or something?
She's on his mind.
Next up, finally, we have the Fortnite Battle Royale Series Foundation Zero Crisis Edition. I,
Yes.
this is a pat.
Unfortunately, it is a crisis. That
Yeah.
price.
And I kind of wanted to talk about this one a bit. I believe this is what is this? This is a 6-inch figure. This is
Yep.
the first official Hasbro Fortnite figure. And I guess the big question is, why is this $40? Don't get me wrong, it looks nice, but why is
Supposed to
this?
come with some type of special packaging, but that packaging, unless it's plastic and has a whole like playset on the inside, no, because it only comes with that umbrella and the cape. It
Yeah, no
doesn't
gun.
even come with a gun.
No guns.
You know, when you go
Now,
back and look at,
technically, in the game, he was just in a cutscene and he didn't have a gun. He was just a big, imposing character. And he had to like try to stop this rift from exploding or the 0 point.
man, no, it doesn't look like he even comes with hands or anything.
No. And I can't tell if it has butterfly joints. I can't tell what the torso articulation is like.
So, like the presser says, special released Fortnite Victory Royale series, the Foundation Zero Crisis Edition figure. First of the 7 to be released from Hasbro as part of the Victory Royale series line. Premium collectible figure depicting the 4th member of the 7. Detailed deco inspired by the character's in-game appearance. Highly posable 6-inch figure with 20 points of articulation. Comes with Fortnite-inspired Foundation umbrella glider. Includes cape back bling and attaches to the figure's shoulder. Features special pack design exclusive to the 7 figure. Yeah, again, like why? Like I feel like they'd sell more of these, you know, even as an exclusive for $25, maybe $30, you know, and that would be pushing it.
That needs to be $20. It comes with nothing.
Yeah,
It comes
Maybe
with
the pole comes off
points
the
of
umbrella.
articulation than a McFarlane figure.
no. And I gotta wonder, and this is like where our discussion is going to lead us: is Hasbro getting the Fortnite? And T, I know you're a collector of Fortnite figures.
Mm-hmm.
Do we think Hasbro getting the line? Do you think it's in good hands? Because we saw what happened with Overwatch. I mean, with Overwatch, it was like, why isn't this G.I. Joe? Obviously, Fortnite has not lost any of its popularity. I think it's kind of increased.
Mm-hmm.
So
Fortnite had other. I mean, Overwatch had other issues too.
it did. I think Overwatch. The problem was when the Overwatch toys came out. Overwatch was already like, I don't want to say on decline, but you know, Blizzard had some bad optics.
That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the figures. They couldn't barely hold their weapons. Like there was severe engineering issues with those toys.
Sure, yeah.
Figures, the Jazzware Fortnite. That was funny about both two new toy lines coming out, and neither one of them could hold their guns in their gun games.
I've gotten more personal satisfaction though from the Jazzwares Fortnite than the Overwatch ones. I sold every single one of my Overwatch ones. Like,
does any of you have the Visitor? The Visitor is one of the 7, and what is his name? The one I just reviewed, the big tall one.
Professor?
Yeah, something like that. I don't think it's Professor.
Well, anyway, with the discussion on here, I mean, Jazzwares was pulling some cool stuff out, and they were pulling some cool design. Yes, I know the hand issue, T-Man. Holding the weapons, got it. But aside from that, I mean, they were just. I mean, I look at the ones I have no regret owning about almost all of them. The ones I have almost no regrets. I mean, McFarlane did some fun stuff with them too.
Yeah.
But it's like, and I hear that Hasbro's getting them. It's like I was enjoying the Fortnite figures because I'm getting a high quality figure that wasn't made by Hasbro.
I feel like the thing is, like when you have Jazzwares, they're definitely competing against Hasbro. I mean, that's kind of a, you know, again, I don't collect them, but like when I go in the action figure aisles and I see, you know, what you get with some of the Halo figures, and I'm selective with those, but I feel like comparatively, you're getting great value with with Jazzwares, and it doesn't feel like they're cutting corners. There's some QC issues with the Halo figures, don't get me wrong, but I don't feel like they're deliberately cutting any corners. I think they're trying to get you as much bang for your buck as possible.
Right.
And
They are.
Oh,
when I see this, you know, coming out of Hasbro, I look back to like Overwatch, and yeah, and when I watched your reviews on Fortnite figures, T, I'm like, wow, you get a lot of shit, like, because it takes you back.
Mm-hmm. And for only $20.
Yeah.
and it's not only that though. Their distribution was phenomenal.
Yeah, it is phenomenal.
You wanted a figure, you pretty much found the figure. You know?
Yeah.
With the exception of, I mean, everyone I wanted to find, I owned, and I found them in a store. I found them in retail. I didn't have to go hunting some crazy place for them. Hasbro, it's like, oh, I want that figure. Oh, I will never. I almost never find that figure.
The ones you couldn't find were readily available on Amazon for regular price.
Yeah. Were they even doing store exclusives? I don't think Jazzwares did.
I think they have one character out now that might be a UK exclusive for some crazy reason. I might be wrong. I forgot what his name is, but his Midas. His name is Midas. His body turns gold the more people you kill in the game.
I think the only one I'm having trouble with finding is Agent Peely around here. I mean, that's about it.
I only seen him once, and I'm looking at him. I need to do that review.
But I mean, I was looking at, again, I found 8-Ball. I found Valkyrie. I found myself, 2 freaking wild cards when I was looking to make my Royal Flush Gang. It was fun. Like, oh, I want that. Oh, there he is. I think about getting him. There he is. Hasbro. I kind of want that figure. 3 weeks later, I eventually find him. It's...
Yeah. And I think Hasbro needs more competition. And I
there's the other thing. Hasbro getting this almost feels like these are going to be falling into semi-mediocrity. I mean, Hasbro's doing some great stuff. I love my Lightning collection. I love my G.I. Joes when I can find them. But it's like, I think they got enough on their damn plate right now.
Right. And it seems like the biggest problem is that they're competing with their own shelf space. When I go to Target, there's 2 pegs for the plasma collection, and outside of Wave 1 and that Ecto 1 that's a weird scale that does not fit 112 scale figures. Why is that a thing? I mean, I understand that the movie got delayed several times, but Nate chimed in, stop taking on more licenses, restock current stuff. It seems like they're
not.
Yeah, they're competing with themselves, like with Kingdom. Like, Kingdom wasn't supposed to be out till March, and we saw it out in December, January. And it's
Go ahead, sorry.
I was gonna say, it's like, we should just we don't even know what's coming in for Wave 3, but Wave 2 randomly showed up. It seems like they're in an arms race with, I've said it before, but they're like in an arms race to get the next waves out. Like Marvel Legends, it's like I saw the Miles Morales wave once and it didn't get restocked. It's like people want those. People want Peter B. Parker. They want Miles. They want to build Stiltman. Where are the Red Ninjas? Where are the Troop Builders? Where are the Mandalorian figures? That's like the hottest Star Wars property. You shouldn't be able to go into a Walmart or a Target without finding like a Black Series Mandalorian. Like
I almost
Mattel,
feel like all that stuff is sitting somewhere. It has to be sitting somewhere for some crazy reason, and they're not announcing it.
But Mattel can get the He-Man. Like a buddy of mine said, does this He-Man stuff not sell? And I was like, no, it sells. He's a normie. He doesn't collect toys.
He-Man and Skeletor probably aren't selling anymore.
But that's the thing is, like, He-Man and Skeletor, I see the inventory of them fluctuate, and I've thought about, like, I'm like, I don't want another rabbit hole, so that's why I've stayed away from them. But I've seen like the inventory fluctuate, but I'll see them restock the supporting characters, and those things are like gone, but I'll still see them. Like, I've had the opportunity to get every single one of them if I wanted them, and it's just like, my point, I guess my long-winded point of this discussion is it's like Hasbro's competitors, McFarlane, Jazzwares, and Mattel, I don't see the same distribution problems with them. So it's like, what is it? What gives? Because like when I've talked to the Hasbro rep, it's the problem is the stores aren't ordering it. But to me, it seems like, is it that they're not ordering it, or you're not making it available?
Why are they not
catch?
ordering it when their shelves are empty?
Yeah. Why is this stuff sold out on Hasbro Pulse? The whole like Hasbro Pulse is the fans come first. That is the biggest crock of fucking shit I've ever heard. Especially like
that Walmart I was just in, they were empty across the board. There were no wrestling figures, no McFarlane multiverse. There was nothing in there. So, but to answer your question on that, do I think these are in good hands? If they don't come with a bunch of weapons like the Jazzwares, people are going to be turned off. And right here, this is $40 with just an umbrella and a cape. That's not a good sign.
They're in okay hands. They're not in good hands.
Like from what I can see, it looks good.
I mean, heck, the McFarlane ones were freaking toy art. I mean, I own 2 of them. That's it. 2, maybe 3.
I mean, No Effort brings up a good point with scalpers. One thing I want to say on scalpers real quick is that if scalpers are buying out inventory, Hasbro, there's your signal. Hey, all our stuff's sold. We should replenish it, because they're losing money on the secondary market. Money's tight for people right now across the country. So it's like, if the scalpers are buying it, fuck the scalpers. Basically replenish your stock. Yeah.
I mean, I got a feeling what Nate says, they're going to be just like the Overwatch. I mean, you'd think with Overwatch, some of the things, certain figures would have written themselves. The Hasbro approach did not work well on oh god, what's her name? With the sniper rifle, she could
Widowmaker.
No, the other one.
Farah.
No.
Made me forget her name. She was in the 2-pack.
Yeah, but she was a sniper. She could not hold her rifle in a sniper position because of the single jointed elbows and no butterflies or anything. Soldier 76 should have been a cakewalk of a figure, but again, could not hold the rifle. If you put it in his hands, if you looked at it wrong, it popped right out of his hands.
Why did they make Reaper like the lamest skin possible?
And then I remember the moment when I got freaking Jesus, I haven't played Overwatch in so long.
Tracer?
No, actually Tracer was the best one. Reinhardt.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god, that thing was such the biggest disappointment. So big and everything, and the joints were could not make 90 degrees.
Yeah, I mean, where was like Mika? Where was that for Diva? Where are the regular repaints, or where are the regular paint schemes of the characters people wanted?
You're not making you just T-Man right there. You just gave me zero regret of selling my figures.
Oh, this is Tupperware thick.
Yeah, but I mean, Tracer was the best one in my opinion.
I like Soldier 76.
Soldier 76 should have been good, except the part of the gun's falling out of his hands.
I think mine didn't have that problem.
I'm just saying. And if they have that kind of quality control that passes over to Fortnite.
Yeah. I think really they should focus on G.I. Joe. I mean, the demand for G.I. Joe has been like unprecedented. And rather than, okay, well, we're going to add more to our plate. I get Fortnite's a hot property. I know they want in on the money, but I think it's in better hands with Jazzwares. And it's like,
I think Jazzwares wanted Hasbro to have it. So
why?
they can snake eyes on their game, because you could tell they're G.I. Joe fans. A lot of the skins are definitely fake G.I. Joe.
I think he meant.
Oh, you mean Epic Games? Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it wouldn't matter regardless. I mean, they could do the collab. I just I don't know. It's a little depressing to me, and it's like I have not seen a G.I. Joe in the store since Zartan, and that was a fluke.
I never seen Zartan.
But I mean,
At GameStop just charged me for my troopers the second time, so hopefully I'll actually get them.
it's like when I found out, that Marvel now has the Alien license.
Yeah.
Dark Horse did more for the Aliens and Predator universe than anybody.
Andrew's got a great point here.
True.
Hasbro always complains about license fees, but other companies give you more at the same price point.
Where
Like you were saying with those Hasbro figures, I mean those Halo figures, they're huge, and they come with 5 hands and
honestly, the Warthog from Jazzwares was, and again that made my top 10 last year.
Hasbro has enough of their own licenses that they should just be pumping it up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Sportimus says, I haven't seen a G.I. Joe in store since August 2020. I believe it. I mean, all I ever see are the empty pegs for G.I. Joes. And,
But I mean, why pay for the license fees when they brew up their own? I mean, hell, they should be doing a resurgence of Visionaries. They should be doing a resurgence of Mask and G.I. Joe, Transformers, and boom. Print your own money.
Yeah. I guess they consider the Transformers Red some of that.
Yeah.
Those at least come with weapons because they don't have to. I don't even think they have to go through to cards on me for those.
But then they limit it to Walmart, and that's that's
Walmart might be. Walmart is probably putting more money into it, just like I was saying with the Headmasters.
Well, I mean, we were talking. They're doing a great job with the Lightning collection. I kind of wanted to get the Beast Morphers Megazord. I saw every ancillary Zord, but I never saw the red Zord ever in a store. And of course, that's the one that everything was building on. I saw the blues, I saw the yellow rabbits, I saw the silver and gold, but I never saw the red car.
What the heck happened to the rest of the Beast Morphers Lightning collection figures? Isn't that show over?
Yeah, it's over. They're already working on the next one, but they need 3 more. They need Roxy, they need Bunny Girl, and they need the Silver Ranger. And I think we bored Matt to death.
That or, Let's Get Dangerous happened.
Yeah, I don't see Takara on me anywhere on this box.
Yeah. And that's the thing too, is like you haven't seen on any of the Transformers news sites like a release for Red in Japan, which is kind of interesting.
They're too busy building the Sentinel models.
What's that? I didn't hear what Dave said.
Oh, they're probably building. If they want to hyper-articulated, they're building a Sentinel model.
I mean, sure, but I mean, where are you going to get RC and Cheetor? No, I've actually found those this week. I think that the biggest issue with Red is it's like there's no. I mean, we know we're getting more. We've seen Bumblebee and Starscream. The distribution for it's kind of weird. Like I would have thought that it would have been Cheetor, RC, Bumblebee, and Starscream all in one wave, but nope, they're just going to release Cheetor and RC
and re-release Wave 1 again so they can stagnate.
Yeah, I have no problem with them re-releasing Wave 1 because a lot of people, I had no interest in the line whatsoever, but there were a lot of people who did, and they ran out and bought everything Walmart had. And again, like we know that. Stern Games Go says Flint and Lady J are shipping from GameStop now. I didn't know that. I have those on Amazon. But yeah, I mean, we have these people that are out there that are just buying things up regardless of the interest levels, just so they can create an artificial demand, and that sucks. I know we're beating a dead horse here on Figure Action, but it's not only do you have that, but I was talking to Deluxe weeks ago because he was like asking me like, what do you consider to be like the three types of collectors? And like I said, I think there's a lot more than three types.
Yeah.
But I think one of it is, you see this all the time on Facebook groups. Somebody has like a cart full of all the figures. Like I've seen somebody like, hey, I bought all the Grimlocks that my Walmart had. Well, you're not really helping people because you're not taking into consideration there's local collectors that probably go to your Walmart. Now they can't get it. Now you're a nice guy, helping your friends out on the internet, where you're now going to charge them a fee for your gas and then you want them to pay for shipping. Whereas if you just left them on the shelf for the local folks to find, they wouldn't have that problem. And it goes on a lot. I see it all the time. It happened
because I do that for y'all.
No, but it's different if you're in a store and you actually have somebody that's looking, like if you have a friend that's looking for it. But I'm talking about the people that like they walk in, they see 6 of them. It's not like, oh, I know 6 people are looking. They just go and buy up the whole store, and then right on Facebook. Because I like ask, I'm like, hey, I'm in Target right now. Does anybody need anything? And in fairness, with the exception of, well, I mean, Joe was local, but it's like you guys were all local. I mean, I'm splitting hairs here a little bit, but I'm just saying that, I don't walk into a store and be like, maybe T will want this. I'm going to buy that. And, Fabulous Disasters. I'm still looking for the Netflix Walmart Soundwave. Yeah, that was another one where people just went in and just bought every single one of them up. Though I think that one's actually getting restocked right now. I keep seeing people finding bunches of those and the Optimus. So keep looking.
Lady J and Flint being available on GameStop. Months ago, Zartan was available on there. When I ordered it, it was available, and I paid extra for their shipping. I didn't get the thing till like over a month later.
Jeez.
It went into pre-order status after it was available. And my troopers were supposed to come out January 1st. I was charged like sometime in February. I never got them. And now I just got charged again. So you could get it. You're going to order it. You're going to eventually get them. But don't expect to get it next week.
Hopefully I'm just waiting for that Sentinel Miles Morales to come out from them. That's like the only thing I got an order from GameStop now.
I'm kind of in the boat where and maybe it's partially because I'm getting ready to move, but yeah, I'm like, as long as I do get it, I'm happy. I think like that's the thing.
Me with Hasbro Pulse, because they delayed my Zartan till April.
Yeah.
But you know what? I haven't even touched that shelf. I got troopers coming from left and right, and I still haven't opened a single G.I. Joe yet.
I've got one trooper coming on Monday, and then I'm waiting on BBTS to get theirs, and then I have I'm just putting stuff in my pile of loot.
Yeah. I got 2 coming in on Monday. I think I got one coming from Nate. I got one coming from Hasbro, and I think I may have one from BBTS. I'm not sure. I spread it out. I'm not,
He's doing it live. On his camera, it looks small. Now it doesn't.
Okay.
It's heavy.
No, it's very heavy.
All right.
My review and transformation video is up online, but I got held up at work, and then I went to Walmart. So I'm not putting it up till tomorrow. But I realize I don't have a good thumbnail picture for him in robot mode. I have one, but it's in front of my TV. And I'm like, I don't know how ghetto I want to be. The video's already kind of ghetto. Hello.
Well, I think we can wrap it up here.
I hate you, Sportimus.
Sportimus, find out at TFCon.
I gotta put my reservation in for that.
Yeah, I do too. I think it's going to be on, as we mentioned last week, TFCon. They're very confident. The October showing is going on. Unicron, how tall is Unicron?
27 inches.
27 inches.
Before you
Before
get
you
to
get
the horn.
So if you count the horns and the wingtips, he's almost like 3 feet tall.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Well, I think that'll wrap it up for tonight. Again, to check with Nate. Well, Nate, we need to square up the other giveaways. I'll be giving away a shirt by next week. We'll do a one spin one win for the chat crew next week. So make sure you come on in and hang out with us. Same Figure Action channel, same Figure Action time, 9 o'clock Eastern next Thursday. We'll see y'all there. Thanks to everybody who hung out with us tonight.
Have a happy Easter.
Happy Easter. Great weekend. And we'll see y'all next time.